What's going on, guys? I appreciate those of you that were hanging out waiting on the stream to start. For those of you watching replay, though, make sure to hit that thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on all notifications. So with these live chats, you can take part right along with us. And I just noticed this needs to go up just a little bit more, just a smidge better. All right, we're good. So I know this will make Joel happy. I am wearing Vetiver Sensuelle from Mancera, highly versatile, one of the best vetiver fragrances money can buy, in my personal opinion. There was a time when this was $44 from Fragrance Buy for this 60 ml, and a bunch of us were scooping them up, and I haven't seen them in stock since. The 4 ounces have come in stock, but I haven't seen these pop up. Citric, a little fruity, smoky vetiver. It's on the smoky side of things. It's not crazy earthy, but there is a smoky tone to it, fresh and woodsy. Highly versatile. Highly, highly versatile. Such an easygoing vetiver that's not super synthetic. It's better than most designer vetivers I've smelled. Most, not all. But it's up there. It's definitely up there for the price, the performance, the decent quality you get from it. Very hard to beat. So Vetiver Sensuelle, pleasure to wear. So we've got some new bottle styles from Authenticity Perfumes. We'll take a look at. I haven't opened them yet. We'll take a look at them versus the old bottle styles and just kind of give a brief overview of them. And Scent Journey Fragrances has a new fragrance, Coco Cocktails, and he's got more coming. So he's got newer releases coming that'll be sending my way for me to check out. So I would assume tropical, because Scent Journey Fragrance is based here in Florida. All about the tropical stuff and the beach life and all that. So love the brand, one of my favorite indie brands, niche quality stuff. So I'll be smelling that for the first time. And then one of the benefits to the members, you channel members, this whole stack, we've got 6 new bottles. 3 of them are some of my favorites: Clean Must, Summer Vibes, and Barbershop. It's going to be one of the giveaways for the member stream at the end of the month. This is going to be the second spin for the Hall of Fame tier, is going to get all 6 of these bottles. So I'm not going to spray any of them, but we'll take a look at the bottles, because the only thing that's changed is different presentation from what they had before. Same formulas. Same affordable price point, same 50% concentrations. So we will take a look at them. We'll wait till about 10 minutes to really dive into it. For those of you just getting here, though, hit that thumbs up on your way in, because it does help. Let's get into this chat. Muhammad, good to see you here again today. For those of you who don't know who Muhammad is, that's who we joke back and forth about the time zone difference between the two of us. Kind of smells like why. All right. Kix Griffey's in the house. I'm watching Lyric Man. Ooh, sir, you were wearing one of the best men's rose fragrances ever created that I still need to get a bottle of. I had a sizable 10 ml decant years ago that has been empty for a long time. I've been putting off getting that bottle for over 4 years now. I need to buckle down and just pull the trigger. It's beautiful smoky rose. Still very fresh and airy, though. That's like a watery rose on my skin from what I remember. Invictus Legend, great fragrance. Man, got to get a pair of those purple foams. Hey, man. I wore them all day yesterday. I'll probably, every time I wear purple in the near future, I'll probably be wearing that. Hold on one second. All right. That had to answer that real quick. But yeah, love the foams. There's several colorways I've been having on my bucket list for a few years now. It's funny. I was looking through the foams on Goat last night, and the Sequoias that I have, the Foam Posit Pros, brand new, in my size, $2,900. Missing lid, $300. So for a complete box, brand new, is $3,000. But if you're cool with the lid being gone, it's only $300. That's kind of crazy to me. Hold on, guys. My apologies. All right. Sorry about that. Afternoon. We're an Invictus Legend. Read that one already. Neil, good to see you. Never tried that one. They're Twist on Initio's Paragon, and it's damn good. Sweet peppery plum that settles into a bit of leather. That does sound good. Good to see you, Sean. Signature Aurum. Going to shave tonight and use the citrine shave set. I did this past week. That's good stuff. Probably going to use rosé this week. I definitely love rosé. Drop a like, folks. Let them know, Zach. I appreciate that, man. Work from home, scent of the days. Left hand's Givenchy Gentleman EDT Intense. Right hand, Lacoste L'Homme Intense. Revisiting some forgotten fragrances in my collection. More people need to do that. When you get a sizable collection, good shit, I got tons of it back there. Good shit sits and doesn't get sprayed. I got tons of it, like I said. So I feel your pain. Speaking of Lacoste L'Homme Intense, I have the original, and it's beautiful. Orange and rhubarb. Lovely fragrance. Lovely fragrance. Good to see you. Strong with you. The original doesn't get any love because all the flankers are so good. The original's still great. You smell it in all of them. Good to see you, Jeff. Joel, always a pleasure. Yeah, I figured we were going to be Sin of the Day twins today, for sure. I figured that would make you happy. That's why I started the stream the way I did. Rochas L'Homme, great fragrance. I haven't worn it in a while. Arabian's Night Silver, though, superior version of that. It's very redundant to one another. If you have Rochas L'Homme, you don't need Arabian Oud, Arabian Night Silver. But Arabian Night Silver, if you spend a little bit more money, it's the niche version of that, basically. Very similar scent profile. Not identical, no breakdowns, but very similar scent profile. All right, sorry about that. Scent of the Day, LIVESTREAM. So, Encre Noir, I'm assuming. Evening all. Good to see you, Gary. There's my guy. What's going on, Terrence? Remembers Brute. Everyone remembers Brute. Certain grocery stores, you can still get it for a few, but look at Neil hitting them with them. I love it. I love it. So speaking of, Terrence, I'm sure you're aware, at 6 o'clock Central on the Sports Desk Live, make sure you subscribe to the Sports Desk Live. We are previewing Elimination Chamber, myself and Dedrick Hicks Jr. on the Sports Desk Live here on YouTube. So we'll be doing wrestling live stream tonight. Make sure to subscribe and check us out tonight if you guys are interested. Any of you wrestling fans. Good to see you, Cody Y, EDT. Beautiful fragrance. Most Wanted Intense today. The Bishop, Jared Miller, here nice and early today. Let's see what our man got today. Well, I'm glad to have you, my man. Paul, good to see you. Chat memories. I like that. Yeah, hashtag chat memories. Yeah, because there was a little pile of us that went haywire scooping that one up. Me, you, Joel, and several other people. Tarathi Blue, beautiful spice citrus. Paris Hilton Gold Rush, man. Bleu de Chanel Parfum, Kyle. You're killing it. Best blue fragrance ever, in my opinion. Smooth Operator, good to see you. Santal 33. Glad you like it. That's one of the few iris fragrances I just don't care for. It's not quite a scrubber, but I'll get sick of it really fast and want it to go away. So I end up washing this several times. I've tried to give it a chance. It just never grew on me. I don't care for it. I don't despise the scent profile. It doesn't smell nasty to me. It just isn't my jive. It just isn't, which is kind of weird because it's not a popular niche iris fragrance. Sorry, guys. The tab crashed. That was weird. So I'm going to have to redo that screen share and add it for when we're going to need to pull up Scent Journey Fragrance's website to look at the notes in a little bit. So sorry about that, guys. And where was I? Right here. Good to see you, sir. Creed Vikings, an excellent choice. Wild weather today, from 20 degrees in the morning to 60 while I was at work. Chose Dior Homme Cologne for the day. One of the greatest freshies ever made, period. No argument for me, sir. Drew, good to see you. Well, where'd it go? Yeah, tab crashed. It reloaded real quick. It was weird. It's StreamYard, because none of the other tabs, like my Logitech software, fine. Because I use Firefox. I don't use Chrome most of the time. I use Mozilla Firefox. YouTube window over there, totally fine. Like I watched me disappear on the screen and shit. It's StreamYard. Pay for this monthly. Be better, StreamYard. You're like the most popular streaming platform. Come on now. So good to see you, sir. It made me skip several. So I apologize, guys. It skipped me to the newest ones. Oh, yeah, it skipped me ahead a good bit. So I'll answer this because I figured somebody was going to ask. So most of my life, I've worn these captive bead hoops. I stopped wearing them when I got in the car business. And last night I was like, why the fuck am I not wearing my earrings? This kind of stuff is me not caring about going to work for another man ever again. So why am I not wearing my earrings? So maybe here we go. I threw them in. 14 gauge captive beads for those of you. When I was in high school and into my early 20s, I actually had two more here, one more here. I had an eyebrow ring and I had a labret ring and a tongue ring. I was one of those guys with a bunch of piercings. Yep. I had a bunch of piercings into my early 20s. Like when I met my wife, I had these earrings in and my labret ring still. I didn't have the rest, but I still had my LeBray ring. And I still had my tongue ring then. But yep, I had plenty of piercings. So I figured somebody was going to ask. I see Paul asked. So get it out the way now, because I know somebody can be, hey, what? Earrings? Yep. Something else for my haters to clown. Like it bothers me. So have at it, guys. Look, I got earrings in. And beaded bracelets and tattoos and a rose. Ooh. Anyway, that's my fun for the day. Luis, good to see you, sir. Sauvage Elixir, about to warm up, so last time to wear it for a while. So that's why I've been trying to get in a lot of the slightly heavier fragrances, because we've had some pretty cold weather for the most part. But this portion of the week, it's getting into the 60s, and then it's going to move into the 70s. So that's why I'm wearing some more vetivers and greens and stuff like that. It's prime weather for it. Ooh, damn. I'm sorry to hear that, man. Smell's gone in 30 minutes. I have a new LeBeau sample that I can't smell. Damn. Hope you feel better soon. I hope it doesn't last long. The fever, the fragrance, I hope lasts forever and makes all your wildest dreams come true for performance. As far as the new LeBeau. Braves hat is fire. Bois Imperial. So for those of you that saw the hat haul on my other channel months ago, where this hat was involved, it was huge on me. And now it's still a little bigger because I'm dropping weight, but even though they're polyester hats, you can shrink them, guys. There's a method to it. Even though they're 100% polyester, you got to get them in scalding hot water. And you dry them in high heat, and it does enough to shrink them just a little bit. And now it's comfortable fit. I still have a little bit of space, but before I started cutting, it was fitting great. Now I'm getting more space in my 7 1/8 because I'm dropping weight. So, but thank you, sir. Vivamore Tobacco Supreme. Yeah, for sure. No. I think Kajal Ferris smells more like the EDT and nothing like the Elixir personally. Helped me a lot. Dior Sauvage EDP. Speaking of Sauvage, I appreciate that. I'm glad you get some value out of my videos. I appreciate you very much. Very cool by Tommy Bahama. Glad to see you picked up Lanvin L'Homme. Literally right here. Hope you enjoy. Underrated cheapie, bro. It's right here. I've been pulling the cap and sniffing it, giving a little spritz on my hand. Good to see you. Y Live. I haven't worn that one in a while. Basically, Y plus Invictus. Good to see you. Cidrapoise Intense. Great stuff. St. Bart's. Great tropical fragrance. I'll be pulling that one out when the summer rolls around. Good to see you, Ryan. Mr. M.A. Styles. Wanted Tonic. Underappreciated. I don't care what anybody says. Not as bad as the rap it got years ago when it came out. Not that damn bad. Lime and ginger. What's wrong with that? It smells good. Decent performance. You can get like $25-$30. Solid fragrance. I'll tell you what happened. Because we're cool now. We talk. We can mention each other's names and stuff. Ashton crapped on it a couple of years ago, and everybody was like, "Oh, it must be shit." That's all it takes is for Ashton to crap on something. You're all like, "Oh, it's trash," without trying it. So, shout out to Ashton. That's what happened. That's exactly what happened. So, it just shows people trust that man's opinion. So, he killed that fragrance. He sure as hell did. Good to see you, Roy. Pure Excess. I haven't tried it. I take that back. I tried that one at a duty free. I just don't remember it. I haven't tried Pure Excess Night. I'm there. Oh, I know you'll be there. You're the most active in the chat when it comes to talking back and forth with me and Dedrick. So let me skip ahead a little bit. We're at 14 minutes of the technical difficulties and everything, and the little earring tangent kind of got us behind here. So we'll go ahead and dive into it here in a second. Skip ahead shortly. Dracar Noir today. Speaking of Ashton, that's his favorite fragrance. Subscribe to the Sports Desk Live. Let them know Amber Fever added boozy compared to Instant Crush. So today, Clive Christian's Blonde Amber for the cold weather. Antonio Banderas Blue here in the EU. Hope everyone's having a great day. Oh, so this is where I was before I scrolled back up. So, all right. Yeah, because this is when I disappeared. Finally caught alive wearing Fragrance World Starman Nebula. I believe that's supposed to smell like pure malt, right? Which is great. I didn't wear that at all this past winter. I normally only wear it in the winter. I didn't wear it even once. Oh, we got a double type. Authenticity bottle. Yeah, I haven't looked at them in hand yet. I got them about a week ago. I'm just now getting around to them because the ones before were just generic stuff, you know, basic. Whereas I've seen the pictures, the shape to the new ones look nice. Tiffany Love for Him. It's a new Sauvage and Chanel fragrance this year. Well, yeah, we've been supposed to get the new Sauvage. We've been supposed to get that. And the Chanel was kind of whispers in the wind, I guess you could say, all the way from beginning of last year. We were supposed to get a new men's Chanel release, and it didn't happen through the year. So naturally, it's going to be this year. And from what I heard, that's why I keep ranting about I want Bleu de Chanel Elixir, because I'm hoping to change their mind. But from what I understand, it's not a Bleu de Chanel flanker. It's supposed to be something different. So I'm sure it's going to be good. Chanel does great work, so I'm sure it's going to be good. But the Sauvage flankers, like Sauvage Blanc or something like that, I believe it's supposed to be like a white bottle flanker from the images I saw a while back. Couldn't end up not being the final product, but that's kind of like what I saw and heard months ago. But yeah, we've been supposed to get a Francis Kirkjohn flanker of Sauvage. I can't wait to see what that's going to be. I'm actually more excited about that than the new Chanel that's not Bleu de Chanel, because I just want to see what he's going to do with Sauvage. Appreciate that, my man. Briona Eclat, hell yeah, it's good stuff. It sat for a while. I mean, so you must be who I was replying to the comment earlier. I was like, I totally disagree, because he did not like it at all. On my left here, and had to get rid of them when I started working in security. Yeah, in the car business, I couldn't wear them. You know, when I was in the chemical plants and certain, like when I was at the shop, when I worked in the oil field, it was fine, but offshore, I couldn't wear them either. It's tax season. When we're seeing that new vet, I'm not getting a vet this year. Not this year, man. Got to get the house first. And the house is until next year. Has a life outside of YouTube most folks don't know about. Crazy, right? Let them know. For summer, I think it's too much. For spring, not really. But it's pretty sweet. I haven't bought hats in so long. The last hat I bought was Dodger NBA crossover Minneapolis Lakers in the hat club from a while ago. And this might be the nicest community I've seen, period. Love to see it. Well, welcome. Enjoy, my man. We got a very active chat, a lot of regulars in the chat. We don't have as big of a crowd as we did for the last few live streams, because it's more topic. And I don't mean niche fragrances, like it's a very targeted topic, because it's some indie stuff, but all good. That's when you really see like the core audience of this live stream that don't miss a live stream. That's who's in this chat here today. That's who I appreciate the most, because you guys are always here. So I'm going to skip ahead because we need to dive into this, guys. I made it to the bottom. It's going to be nuclear stuff. Well, and it's not necessarily going to be about stronger. I think it's going to be a little fresher. I don't think it's going to be like a warm, spicy, and crazy strong like Elixir. I don't think so. Not based on what I saw a while back. I'm growing my hair out. Fight the power. MFK is the reason I still have a lot of hope for the Dior house. We're all waiting to see what's been working on since he was brought on. Same. So let's do a quick comparison to the old clean musk versus the new clean musk. So turn the autofocus off. This is the new box. 50% oil concentration, 12 plus hours longevity. Most people do get the longevity out of it. So here's what the bottle used to look like. For those of you who didn't know, this is my second favorite behind Summer Vibes. This is the base of Summer Vibes. This same clean musky combo. Some of the base notes of this are the base notes of Summer Vibes. So you smell a little bit of this in Summer Vibes. But this is what it looked like before. This is the previous bottle. Very clean look with the white and black. And then now, let's take a look together. I need to pull out my knife, because of course he did the right thing and put a sticker to keep it sealed. So that is pretty clean. No pun intended. That is a nicer looking bottle. Smaller sticker, but the bottle shape has more appeal to it. And you lose the sticker on the back. I think that's good. I prefer it. What do you guys think? Do y'all prefer the old bottle or the newer bottle? They're both 50 mLs, so you're not losing any juice here. Shorter atomizer stem. Let's see what we're working with as far as these atomizers. So same style, just smaller. Again, I'm not going to spray it since I'm going to be giving these away as the whole set of 6 is going to be given away in the member live stream. But this is a very, as the name would indicate, is not off by calling it clean musk. It sure the hell is a clean musky fragrance. So we'll take a look at my 3 favorites. We'll just go through each one real quick. So we got clean musk, Silver Lux, which, believe it or not, for an Irish fragrance, one of my least favorites from the brand, but it is decent. There are some people that really enjoy this one. Put these to the side. Fresh Boss is indeed a good one. This one's very popular. Very, very popular. L'Homme Riche, a little creamy, woodsy, aromatic, has a hit of florals at the top, a little touch of spices, very versatile. This is like, I think, the very first fragrance from the brand. And then we'll take a look at my other two. So these are my three favorites that we're going over. So like those other three boxes will still be stickered sealed. But we'll take a look at Barbershop, see what that looks like, see if he kept the candy cane, which I can't see. I'm on the other side of the sticker. So this is what Barbershop used to look like. No, I didn't keep the candy cane for the Barbershop poll. I guess I got to turn the autofocus back off. But there you go. So this smells like shaving foam. I love Barbershop. This was my number one until the fourth version of Summer Vibes came out. Summer Vibes 2.0. So the first Summer Vibes, this was still my favorite. Second version of Summer Vibes came out. This moved to number 2. Then when Clean Musk and Summer Vibes 4.0 came out, this moved to number 3. It's still one of my top 3 favorite barbershop fragrances. Again, this smells more like Barbasol shaving foam. Not as much on the spicy aftershave smell. You get a little bit of that, but it's more of a lathered shave foam smell, which I really appreciate. It still gives an authentic barbershop type of feel and aroma and puts you there visually and mentally when you smell it without smelling just like at the barber's. Like it's clear that he was trying to still capture the barbershop without doing his best to not smell like all the other barbershop fragrances. Makes me happy to smell this. Really is one of the better barbershop fragrances I've ever smelled. Top 3, easy. Technically number 2 behind At the Barber's for me. Put that one there. And then finally, the creme de la creme, in my opinion, we've got Summer Vibes 4.0. Now it's just being called Summer Vibes. No more 4.0, because I don't believe he's making another rendition, because this is going to be the 3rd summer in a row that we have this version. This is straight up iced pineapple. It's mint, frozen mint, and pineapple juice is basically what this smells with the Clean Musk soft woody base of Clean Musk, the fragrance we looked at before. This is his best seller. I would like to take a little bit of credit here and now on this live stream for that, because I have put a whole lot of love behind this fragrance over the last couple of years, because it is that damn good. If you love pineapple, I can't imagine why you wouldn't want this fragrance. It reminds me of, so when I started vaping, when I first decided to stop smoking cigarettes, and I was going to use vaping to quit smoking cigarettes years ago. The in-house juice at the vape store I was going to, they had iced pineapple. That was my favorite flavor. This reminds me of that vape juice. Only there's no 6 milligrams of nicotine in here. But this reminds me of it. And I think immediately from the start, that's why I was like, oh, God, I love this. Because when I was vaping for that 6 or 7 months that I was vaping, because, yeah, half a year and I was done. I stair-stepped down from 6 milligrams of nicotine to 3 to 0 for a week, and then put my vape down and never touched it again. So you can use vaping to quit smoking. You just have to put it up here that that's what you're using it for, and just don't become addicted to vaping all the time. Because my wife still vapes. She's been vaping for years now. It smells better than a cigarette. I'd rather her do that than let me smell nasty burnt cigarettes all the time. So screw it. I'd rather her vape. But that's what this reminds me of. And that may not sound attractive to you guys since I'm comparing it to a vape juice, but any of you that vape, think about that. Iced pineapple. There's a fragrance that smells just like that. Because that's one of the cool things about vaping, if there's such a thing as a cool thing about it, is they smell great. The flavors and stuff, they taste good, they smell good. It's one of the reasons that make them more addictive when you have nicotine than actual smoking cigarettes and stuff. But it's that simple, guys. It's frozen pineapple. It's mint, heavy mint. It smells like, I've described it this way many times. If you were to cut up a fresh pineapple, make slices, throw them in the ice chest and head to the beach. And then when you're ready to, just hot, you've been sweating, maybe you went out in the water, you come out under the umbrella, bust open that cooler, and you want to grab some pineapple to munch on. And it's fresh out the ice, that ice cold pineapples. This is amazing. Let me continue to put hype behind it. This is amazing, and now it's in a new bottle. And somebody's going to get this bottle. One of the channel members will get this in the Hall of Fame tier. This is going to be one of the spins. What that lucky winner is going to get all 6 of these bottles of these new versions from Authenticity Perfumes. Again, that's Clean Musk, Silver Lux, Fresh Boss, Lone Riche, Barbershop, and Summer Vibes. So slide those right over there. Get these out the way, and we'll get caught up on the chat because I know I'm getting behind on the chat. And then we'll smell this in just a little bit. Okay. It was the first few that oud fragrance that the 1821 release of Sweet Tobacco Spirits crapped on it, and it never gained traction in Fragcom. I haven't tried it, though. I really did want to try it because Sweet Tobacco Spirits is so good. I haven't wore that one in a long time. I got like roughly half a bottle left. I haven't worn in a long time. I love that wine accord that it has. Click refresh on that because apparently it froze. Blue releases is something different, not like YSL myself, although this one's growing on me, but still not enough to pick up a bottle. I get where it's kind of polarizing for people. I quite like it, though. Good to see you, sir. Hey, studs. That's a great way to enter the chat. Code EDP. I'm glad you're feeling better, though. But code EDP, that's my favorite. Anna, good to see you. Only musk roses feel a little bit. Only musk roses feel a little bit. Obviously, these perfumes must be mine. If only these. I'm trying to decrypt your comment as best I can. Only musk roses feel a little bit. I feel like there's a language barrier here, and you're doing your best, and I'm trying to do my best in turn. I don't completely understand what you're saying, and I have to be honest. I'm glad you're here, though. I know everybody seems to light up when you get here. Speaking of, there's Joel saying hello right away. It's gonna be nuclear. Okay, so now I know where I'm at. Yeah, so I went backwards for a little bit. Nose is not working now. Oh, Rose and Musk base. Okay, that makes more sense now. Good to see you, sir. Tony Iommi Monkey Special. Got samples of Blockade, Veery, Roger Manhattan, and Burlington. You're going to have some fun. Those are great. Those are fantastic. I'm happy for you. I'm very happy for you. It's going to be a great sniffing experience. Why EDP Intense? Hope I like it. It's too easy of a fragrance. I highly doubt you won't like it. It might be too easy to where you're like, I got a bunch of fragrances that are like this. That's a real possibility. Good to see you, sir. Hope comes back soon. You can smell your fragrances. Clean bottle for clean musk. I love it. Indeed. I like the older bottle, but with the newer atomizer. That's fair. My scent split card has Oud Lemon Mint Oolong Cha, Ambassador, Ani, Leighton, French Defense, Sweetie Oud, and Jubilation 25. What happened? Okay, everything refreshed. I thought the tab was crashing again. But Ryan, that's freaking awesome. I mean, you're doing it right, though. You're getting decants. Get decants. Because God forbid you would have dropped all the money it cost to get all those bottles, and you end up not liking some of them. Now, in my opinion, it's a big pile of awesome that you're getting decants of, and I hope you enjoy them all as much as I do. But we're different people. You never know. But that you're doing it the right way, my man. Thank you, sir. Wearing 40 knots. Excellent choice. Smash that like button. Let them know. Prefers the old bottle. That's fair. Honestly, I do too because of the candy cane for the barbershop pull. I do like the look of the striping that mimics the barbershop pole. So I got to say, but I do like the shape to the new bottles. They have a clean look to them. I just happen to be on clean musk when I said that. So it was no pun intended. It just kind of worked out that way. Good to see you, Montrese. Hope you're well. And Green Aura. I haven't worn Green Aura or Cherryland. Tobacco Boss is phenomenal. I wonder if they're all going to get this bottle. I would assume eventually they all get the bottle treatment, but Tobacco Boss. That's chocolate honey because the patchouli is very chocolatey patchouli that's in there, which makes for a chocolate tobacco smell dripped in honey. Doesn't that sound good? Tobacco Boss is phenomenal. It's actually the only tobacco fragrance I have that smells like it is Tobacco Boss. It's really, really good. Like Barbicide, that's intentional. Yep, I did ask Sonny about that years ago. That was intentional. Decant X card has some bangers in it too. Just haven't pulled the trigger. The king of the super chat has been very consistent lately, guys. Prada Amber Pour Homme, a beautiful smoky bar of soap. That myrrh comes across a little warm and smoky. Obviously, it gets an aromatic tone, but that one in particular, because nobody does soap like Prada does soap when it comes to scent profiles. And man, that's one of the all-time great soapy fragrances. Thank you for the super chat. And, sir, you smell amazing. Oud Malaki. I haven't tried that one, but I have one that smells like it from Paris Corner. Killer Oud, Death by Oud. I'm indifferent too. I like the old and the new bottle equally. Kyle gifted a membership. I wonder who got it. Oh, Paul got it. So let's see. I got the same idea with Jacques Foth Carasso Bay, the blue juice. Yeah, that is the blue I'm partial to because it's my favorite color. You mean this? I love it too. I wore it 2 nights ago, and I'll probably wear it again tonight. I love it. This is a Giancarlo Burton here in the chat. This is a recommendation from him. $14 for 40 ml. It has become my favorite fresh out the shower fragrance in the evenings. Missed the last couple live streams, but I'm back. Center of the day, guest seductive Red Blair. Glad to have you. Lamal Elixir. You can't go wrong there. Tom Ford, fucking fabulous. Need a recommendation for a tropical niche besides Coco Loco. I already have that one. I mean, there's a lot of routes you can go here. Jacques Foth, Caraco Bay, like Joel mentioned a minute ago, is a phenomenal choice. If you want to spend the money, Creed Virgin Island Water is the GOAT. Me and the wife were talking about that earlier when we were sniffing the atomizer. Yeah, Creed Virgin Island Water. And look, there's a bunch of stuff that smells like it, but none of them have the magic. The magic of that beautiful lime, sugar, rum, coconut. Like a little bit of lang lang. It's amazing. I believe there's some hibiscus in it too, but Virgin Island Water is phenomenal. That's pricey stuff, though. Another one I would say that's really good, very tropical. Sole d'Italy, I think, has more of a tropical feel than it gets credit for from Mancera. It's a very fresh, citrusy fragrance, very watery. But something that you may not think of, and it's not niche, is Rasasi Al-Shagaf Pour Homme. It's like walking through a garden that's near the beach. Sweet and floral, but still has this tropical breezy feel to it. And it's a monster. It's synthetic, but it's a great fragrance. I haven't worn it in a while, but I did a full review on that one. Welcome, Roy. Welcome, sir. Let's see. I appreciate that, man. Just jumping in there. I'm sure we'll see some custom emojis popping up. So we're going to dive into Coco Cocktails here in just a moment. We can try to get caught up a little bit more on the chat. Aqua Wood, between the two, what do you reach for, Cosmic Pepper or Midnight Gold? Whew, what a tough question. Jesus, John, well, I thought you liked me. Why would you ask me such a difficult question? Because those are like parallel to one another for me. Damn. Because basically, Cosmic Pepper smells like a more peppery Allure Homme Sport. Love Allure Homme Sport. Very much like a more complex version of it. It's very similar. The Midnight Gold is special, though. Citric, aromatic, fresh road. Man, I think I got to go Midnight Gold. Damn, this is difficult, man, because I hate to not say Cosmic Pepper, but I also can't say Cosmic Pepper because I love Midnight Gold, too. So I'm going to lean Midnight Gold. Got to pick something, right? I'm going with Midnight Gold. Final answer. But I love both of them. They're both great. I figured you would recommend that, sir. You sold me on Barbershop. That sounds amazing because I normally hate this. So, yeah, it's toned back greatly on the spices, man. You don't need to sweat that. It smells like Barbasol. That's what it's always reminding me of. There's more to it than that, but that's the main thing I get from it is this creamy, lathered shave foam. And I go straight to Barbasol. It's Barbasol. Think of the commercial. Boom, here you go. He made a fragrance out of it. And it lasts forever. Forever. You hear me? All right, scrolling down. Good to hit you up on your socials. Yep. Angel, good to see you. Wearing Cidrapoise. Still loving seeing that play button in the vid. Congrats, my man. Thank you, man. Seriously. Yeah, it's always on display. That's where it's going to sit for the foreseeable future. Kalidily, good to see you, my man. My favorite TikToker. Those of you on TikTok, follow Kalidily Fragrance, just as the name is right there. I saw that I influenced you for Toi. I hearted it, put a heart in your comments. For those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, this one right here, the Imagination Clone from Paris Corner. He seemed to enjoy it. You have to be the $24.99 tier, unless you're on an Apple phone, because you have to pay more for YouTube memberships with Apple products. It's very weird. So I would suggest any of you, not just my channel, if you sign up to channel memberships, do it on a desktop, not an Apple. Do it on a desktop, or if you have an Android phone or something. Because Apple, for using their software, they charge a fee to Google. So like the $10, the $9.99 All-Star tier for the designer giveaways is like $13 or some shit. I think some of you guys have told me when you're using an Apple product. It's weird. Apple's special. Just ask them. My brother been working for Apple for years, and I don't have an Apple phone. And my brother's like kind of getting kind of high up over there too. And I don't use Apple products. Yeah, it is really good. It very much is. I put it right behind At the Barbers from Mason Martin. StreamYard is on one today. Nothing else is giving me trouble but StreamYard. YouTube's fine. Logitech software's fine. Computer's fine. It's StreamYard. I apologize, guys. Let me do another screen share because we're going to be needing that in a little bit. Because every time that happens, you got to do a new screen share. Some bullshit. Oh, damn. Multifaceted, are we? Good to know. Pegasus, excellent choice. Where can I get empty pressurized decants for traveling? Pressurized specifically. I don't know. The decants I bought were on Amazon recently, which I have to make tonight so I can send to Justin tomorrow. So next Wednesday, me and Justin over here. Following Wednesday, me and Justin on his channel. Decant swap, blind smelling rate. We're just going to number them, guess them. Let's basically like we're standing next to each other like we normally do for our blind smelling rates. So, yeah, I don't know about specifically the pressurized one. I just got some basic, typical standard stuff that are kind of like, where's one that relates to what I have? It's like the same ones Randy and Dedrick uses. I don't have any one of those close to show you guys. Welcome, Chris. Appreciate that. Finally got to catch the stream live. And got to say, man, you're my favorite reviewer. Keep it up, man. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Seriously, thank you. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. I hope you enjoy the live chat. So I try to do them 4 times a week. The standard schedule for the live stream here on this channel is Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, depending on travel. So I travel a lot more these days. Might be shortened some where I'll do a Wednesday because I'm not available Thursday and Friday, or I'm not available Friday. Maybe I'm not available Monday. So once in a blue moon, I'll do a weekend stream. So it can be sporadic sometimes, but I try to stick to the structure of 4 streams a week. Like next week's going to be a little different because Wednesday I'm going to have Justin. So it's going to be 5 streams next week probably. So typically if I do an extra stream, I don't take away a stream. It's just, I'm doing an extra stream this week because I love doing the streams. But when you factor in doing, let's say, an hour and a half on a stream, then like I got over an hour I'm doing with Dedrick on the wrestling stream later tonight. I still have to do content for tomorrow. I did a shorts video a little while ago. I didn't even put a video out today because yesterday's video was doing so well still. I was like, I'll just let it marinate. The live stream from yesterday was building still. So it was like, they're good enough. They're holding strong enough on hourly views. So take a little bit of a break, and on top of that, my day runs long sometimes before I do content. So it can be a bit sometimes, but I try to get to as much content as I can because just as much as I enjoy doing it, it seems like a lot of you enjoy taking part in it, watching it, interacting, especially these live streams. So thank you for that. Seriously. Well, there you go. We get an opportunity to see what she was saying exactly. Uh-oh, hit him with it. New member hype. A little bit of Spanish and Hebrew, but far from fluent. Well, damn, you're just an impressive SOB, aren't you? JT, good to see you, my man. Bottega Veneta Pour Homme. I saw your post on Facebook, actually. Got Virgin Island water last week. Dan, not the man. Good to see you, my man. So for those of you that didn't check, I mean, he got the alert, so only he knows, but he won the most recent Ajmal giveaway. We were emailing earlier, which I'm going to get that out to you tomorrow because I got some decant. I'm going to the post office again tomorrow anyway because I got to send out some decants to Justin for our live stream. French, English, and a bit of Spanish. Damn. Giancarlo, your ears must be ringing. I mentioned you earlier. Yeah, very beautiful, uplifting, very uplifting, fresh. I get a lot of floral from it. Clean musk, floral, zesty lemon. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. So that's what we were mentioning you for. She brought up Happy Chapard Lemon Dolce, and I showed the bottle and mentioned how you recommended it. That's what we're talking about. Ordered Creed Millesime Imperial today. Damn, George, he got me into it, and I couldn't resist. I talked to George again this morning. Yes, actually. So George Atkinson, for those of you wondering, the Fragrance Apprentice. Talked to him again this morning. Let's see. Fragrance World, Hanan. Speaking of tropical. So let me find a decent stopping point because we still got one more fragrance to get into. So I have his original Invictus Aqua 2016, and it's really close. I have old formula, old big bottle, old bottle. Also Team Android here. That's what I'm talking about. Why does it not let me pin it? Literally, I'm trying to pin your comment. It's let me pin everybody around your comment. That's weird, but literally, I see your comment and I agree. Yeah, Team Android. No Apple. So now I know how far back I am in the chat. Not necessarily. It could have just been pressured up because it came from altitude. That happens. Kathy Tucker, good to see you. Wearing Cosmic Pepper. We mentioned that fragrance earlier. Excellent choice. Jonathan Brands, love the lives. Love having you here. And see, I've been told that, and then I've been told the other. I've been told 3 different pronunciations by multiple people. So I'm just saying it how it sounds coolest to me. Caraco. I've said Carasso, Curacao, all this, and I give up. I get corrected every time I say it. I think I'm just going to say that Jacques Fath Blue Juice. How about that? How about I just do that? You know, the blue juice from Jacques Fath, the tropical one. Just do that. Oh, I hope not. Beau de Jour is good stuff too. Yeah. A lot of people love that one. And I agree. I totally get it. Love your content, style, and personality. As of liking, you're rivaling George Atkinson. And that's saying a lot. That's my guy right there. Well, I appreciate it. That's my guy right there too. So whenever he starts doing a little fundraising for his new film he's working on, you guys will hear from me. I told him I want to do what I can to help support. So I'll definitely let you guys know, for those of you that want to support when the time rolls around. He is working on a new film. That's one of the reasons he's stepping away from the fragrance content for a while. The main reason he's stepping away from fragrance content for a while. So I'll keep you guys updated as that stuff comes about. So I appreciate you, Roy. Thank you very much, my man. He's still active on his Discord and his Patreon, for those of you that are members to that. Noted. Have you ever reviewed Barrett fragrances, their clones? No. I wish Ross, his name's Ross too, best of luck. I hope he's doing well. And just didn't work out. Let's just say that. He asked me to a while back. I was not, I respectfully declined. And put it to you this way. If on Instagram I search Barrett fragrances, nothing comes up because I can't see his profile anymore. I didn't do it. So that's what we'll say. So again, no ill will towards him. I know a lot of my people I associate with as far as content creators and everything here in the space love his fragrances and everything, and I wish him tons of success. But let's stop the Ross on Ross crime. You know what I mean? So shout out to Ross Barrett. I hope he gets tons of success. Love that he's doing stuff with Stacks too. Shout out to my man Stacks. It's at 7 Eastern, 6 Central. So the Sports Desk Live. Good to see you, sir. So see, I don't tiptoe around stuff. I tell you guys, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to bury anybody or anything like that. It's the truth. It's the truth. I wish him success. Salute, Roski. You can say Jacques Fath with the strongest magnet. It's definitely, those magnets on those caps are crazy strong. Do that. Yeah, I'm gonna just go with the blue juice. Talking about that blue juice from Jacques Fath. Yeah. Why does it keep doing that? So I don't know. If you guys saw a white flash on my face, it's because the window just reset. Is weird. Didn't like the apricot at first. It's a nice fragrance once I got used to it. I think it's quite good. So let's go ahead and get into this. We've beat around the bush for a long time. Coco Cocktails. Oh, one of my alerts coming up. Coco Cocktails, Parfum Extrait. 50 ml Scent Journey fragrances. Based here in Florida. Nautical, beachy theme to everything. Love their bottles. I've always loved his bottles. Okay. Get this to the side. I've always loved his bottles. They used to be a sticker. Now he's got these metal plates with enamel paint. Scent Journey Coco Cocktails. Same cap. I've always liked his cap too. A little plastic and some faux wood, but it just has a good aesthetic to it. It really goes well with the deeply blue hued translucent frosted bottle. All right. Big spray. This stuff's so strong too. Cocktails and catamarans will overwhelm you. Overwhelms me. This is just as strong. And I smell cocktails and catamarans in here. That is the same pina colada accord that's in cocktails and catamarans. So I'm definitely going to like this. There's something different here. What is that? Pina colada, banana. Could be a floral. There's a floral combination like a tuberose and something else that creates a banana accord. That could be what's going on. I literally ate a banana like 20 minutes before this stream. So the banana smell is fresh in my olfactive system here. Pina colada and banana. Yep. Weird, but smells great. It smells like a tropical smoothie. Coco Cocktails. I would have called it cocoa smoothie. It smells like a smoothie. That banana makes it really thick and creamy. There's got to be banana in here, or it's tuberose and whatever. There's tuberose and something else that makes a combination that smells like banana. It could be that. But it smells like banana and pina colada. It's definitely got that coconut pina colada smell from cocktails and catamarans. And it's crazy strong. A little watery, but very creamy, thick, frothy. That's why I say smoothie, like a blended smoothie. This is good. I don't know if I'm going to let it overtake Lido Life as my number 2, because cocktails and catamarans is the unquestioned number 1 from the brand. There's a little bit of a like woodsy, slightly earthy tone to it that's kind of peeking its head around. But pina colada, coconut, whatever, creamy coconut, or that pina colada accord that's in cocktails and catamarans, it's got to be that. And banana. I think that's what it is. Let's pull up his website. Switch over. Hopefully shit don't crash. Cocktails and catamarans. That's the king. That's King Dick in his fragrance line right there. Love the new Discovery set. Let's look at that real quick. $28 for 2 mLs. Cocktails and catamarans. Oh, it's 5 of them. So it's all 5 of the previous releases. So I tell you right now, Cocktails and Catamarans, Lido Life, and Siesta Sunset are fantastic. Rotund Ruins is his newest one. It's got a little bit of coffee going on. Grecian Grotto is kind of a leafy tobacco fragrance. He's got some great fragrances. Like I said, Florida-based, really fits the vibe of the area. Is it not on the website? Oh, okay. I was about to say, is it not on the website? So a sample is $7.50. I was about to say $750. $7.50. So here we go. As a longtime lover of fruity scents inspired by tropical adventures, yeah, for sure, Cocktails and Catamarans is held in high regard. Yes, it is. When Rotund Ruins was created, we instantly knew that these fragrances were meant to go together. So it's a hybrid. That makes sense. So it is banana. It is banana then, because there's a banana in that. After many months of tweaking and getting the perfect proportions worked out, Coco Cocktails was born. We managed to create a new, exciting, and unique take on both our bestsellers. We married together the mouth-watering chocolate banana accord. There you go. From Rotund Ruins with the legendary pina colada accord from Cocktails and Catamarans. It's clear as day, too. I don't get much chocolate, but I get the pina colada accord. And because it smelled like a lot of Cocktails and Catamarans in the opening. And banana. So that's awesome. I'm so happy he did this. It smells great. Let's see. A quote from Cocktails and Catamarans. Extra time was taken to preserve our favorite bits and pieces from each fragrance. Fragrance opens up with a blast of citrus and rum. I don't really get much booze here. You can pick up the pineapple in the opening. After a few minutes, pineapple starts to shine. The heart is a balance of lavender, pineapple, and coconut. Then you'll pick up a lot of Cocktails and Catamarans in the heart. I got it in the open. Smoother and creamier texture. I did mention that. Yeah, so it's pretty straightforward here. With added green banana. So there's a different banana accord. That's why it's so banana dominant. Musk, cocoa, and whiskey notes show themselves in a later heart phase while growing in intensity as the fragrance dries down into a beautiful, sweet skin scent. Citrus, banana, and rum, pina colada, violet, and cedarwood, cocoa, musk, whiskey, and amber. He's got a banger here. He's got a tropical smoothie banger. Not quite. I was about to say fruit smoothie, but it's not fruity. Like it says pineapple and everything, but it's not super fruity. There's some fruitiness, but man, this is actually pretty damn good. I like this way more than Rotan Ruins. Like I like this way more. I think taking key elements of that fragrance and putting it with Cocktails and Catamarans, that's a brilliant idea because it sure the hell worked out. Man, that is good. That is really good. Ooh, before I forget, we got to do the ASMR portion here. So we got to peel that off together, right? This is a banger, guys. It was heat pressed on there, or was hot when they put it on, because everything from the plate is on there. 8.5. I'm gonna give it an 8.5. Why is this still? There we go. Hopefully it didn't cut me out, but I'm gonna give this an 8.5. It's damn good. I gotta say, I'm very much impressed. So the things I get here is the banana, the pina colada, the cedarwood. I do get a little bit of that peeking out. Musk, amber, because there's a little bit of a warmth nature to it. As it dries, I might get this whiskey, but it's a little bit of booziness, but it's overtaken by the pina colada and the banana. That's dominant stuff on my skin. I'm going to stick with 8.5. I like this a lot. This is number 3 from me. Lido Life, I think, still my number 2 because this is very similar to Cocktails and Catamarans. So if you have Cocktails and Catamarans, this might be too redundant for you. So sample first because I do get a lot of Cocktails and Catamarans. So if you already have it, you might not need this. You know, you don't technically need it. So sample first. But as far as Lido Life, this is gorgeous. I get a lot more of the greens out of this. But mandarin, pamplemousse, lemon, mint, lime, artemisia, coconut, lang-a-lang, orange blossom, jasmine, black pepper, ginger, amber, vetiver, lavender, musk, rum. So it doesn't look like all that green of a fragrance, but it very much is. A lot of citrus. It's minty, and then that's where a lot of the green comes from, this mint and lime. It's still tropical, but it's not overdone coconut. Like this is amazing. It's a super fresh woody vetiver too. No earthiness to it whatsoever. This is amazing. This is my number 2. And then this is the king. Cocktails and Catamarans. This is his best fragrance. This is his first fragrance. And it just can't be beat. And it's one of the strongest fragrances I've ever smelled. It's literally choked me out before. The first time I sprayed too much. Blood orange, mandarin, green apple, bergamot, grapefruit, aldehydes, pina colada, coconut, melon, lavender, white florals, tonka bean, musk, marine notes, ambroxan, cedar, amber. Doesn't that look fantastic? And guess what? It is. It's fantastic. That's a 9.5 out of 10 kind of fragrance for me. One of the best tropical fragrances I've ever smelled. This is number 3 behind those 2 fragrances. Because this could be number 2 if it wasn't so similar to Cocktails and Catamarans, because that DNA is literally in here, and I do smell it prominently. Right away, it was recognizable. But there's a twist to it, and I quite enjoy that. I'm glad he did the hybrid. But sample. If you don't have Cocktails and Catamarans, then sample both, see which one you like more. You might like this one more. I don't know. Pretty damn good, though. Let's get caught up on this chat. Let me click refresh real quick before we move on. 109 likes. I appreciate you guys. We literally have one more like than we do viewers right now. Ani, Wulong Cha coming in the mail tomorrow. I hope you enjoy it. Monster Jam this weekend. Need to stop by Boca Town Center and I'll try the Virgin Water. Try Virgin Island water. It is so good. It is so good. It is the tropical fragrance that most tropical fragrances are modeled after. They want their Virgin Island water. It's beloved for a reason. Bottega Veneta Pour Homme was driving. Salute to each of you. No worries, man. Oh, wow. That's how it skipped me back a bit. A little bit. A little bit. It was indeed. Sending love from Wisconsin to my fragrance peoples. We appreciate you, Dilly. Good to see you. Cocktails and Catamarans to me smells like Smarties candies. Very nice. I've never heard it put that way. It makes sense though. A little tart. Yeah, I get it. Ooh. Fresh spicy niche fragrance. Something like Masa from Kajal Perfumes. It still has some freshness from a freshwater accord, but it very much has a nice green, fresh, spicy smell to it. A little woodsy. I think that's a pretty good one to check out. Very easy to wear, but a little on the unique side. Doesn't remind me of a bunch of other fragrances, but it's still pretty easy to wear. Pause. Arabian Night. Kajira, good to see you, my man. Oud Satin Mood, how are you doing? Like, seriously, I'm doing really well. Like, seriously. I'm doing really, really well. Late as fuck, y'all. Sin of the day, Kamra Kawa, mixed with Kamra, because why the fuck not? Hey, that's the attitude to have, man. I love it. Not quite. Not quite. I would say a step down. I would put them on par with some of the things I get from like the oils EJ used. EJ used really good quality oils. Happy Land. As well as day 3-ish. Certain ones, because there's some synthetics in here, like the aldehydes and the ambroxan that he uses. There's your enhanced synthetics. But other than that, like the coconut accords that he uses, man, they're good. I would say maybe half a click back of what most people look at as, higher level niche. Like I wouldn't put them on the same tier as the same oils as like Argos, Kajal, Zaharoff, Raja Parfums, Amouage, because they're sourced from very specific flavor houses. Whereas I'm not sure where he gets his oils, but you can tell they're not just basic synthetics, that there's some quality here. Definitely well above designer level. That's why I say indie, indie niche. It's kind of how I view it. Herrera from NEDT. Good to see you. Pure Havan. Probably not the exact same because, like you mentioned in the write-up, they spent months trying to get the right balance of the two. So there's probably a certain proportion of the percentages of this note, the percentages of that note, and then it was blended till he finally got what he wanted. It probably took a lot of renditions to get what he wanted. It's not as simple as spray 2 of this, spray 1 of that. It's not that simple. You'll get something close, but not quite the same. All right, where was I? Guava, tropical sweet floral, leans feminine. That don't bother me. Average performance, leans feminine. He made sure to point that out again, but I love it. I don't know how likely it is, but I would love that. I still need to get strong with you tobacco first. Darren J, good to see you. Loam Ideal EDT gets no love because all the flankers are so good. Is it normal to get new sealed perfumes from Joma Shop that have already sprayed? I received 5 out of the 30 bottles from them, and they've been sprayed, meaning atomizers already primed. That's happened to me a bunch of times from several different places. It happens. It happens. I've had people in comments be like, oh, that means they're fake. No, you're an idiot. Don't say that. I don't mean you. I mean the geniuses that say, oh, it's fake. No. These are reputable, reliable, big-time discount sellers online that have reputation to hang their hat on. Because I've seen that. I've literally had them bark at me that, oh, it means it's fake. No. People exhaust me sometimes. Again, not you. I'm talking about the genius that said that the other day. It's one of those deals where I think it factors into where is it coming from. Because like when I lived in the mountains, They would spray right away, or they would leak even before I'd spray them because pressure would build up because of the altitude. So if it came from altitude or you're living at altitude, that will factor in. So it could be that. Aqua Joe Parfum, what's your favorite in the line? Profumo is still the king to me. Obviously, this is very similar to it. Put it this way. Overall, Profumo. Best opening, Profondo Lights. This is how I feel, of course. Not everybody's going to agree. Favorite wearing experience, Absolute. Newfound respect, the Eau de Parfum. Better than it gets credit for, the Parfum. Better than it gets credited for. I think it was one of the best designer releases last year. I quite liked it. Still quite like it. If we want to be real technical, he was a designer. He used to have a clothing line in Nordstrom. He had a license with Brooks Brothers years ago. He used to have suits and ties and scarves and all these different things, not just perfumes and fragrances. He's had some leather goods. Technically a designer, but if you want to put him in that, he's upper tier. He's top tier as far as designer. Where he's more affordable niche is really what he is, because he pretty much strictly does fragrance now. His brand targets the fragrance market because he doesn't have the clothing. The clothing was years and years ago. That was young George Zaharoff had the clothing. New Millennium era was when he had the clothing, on into the early 2000s. So back then, 100% he was upper level designer, whereas now he's basically affordable niche, because that's what he targets being. He doesn't want to be $300, $400, $500 bottles. His oils and presentations could garner that, but that's not what he charges. So it's a loaded answer, because that was more of a loaded question than you realized. Learned today that we won't get, oh, damn, you might just have to get it from somewhere else and get it shipped in. Good to see you, sir. Wearing Boss Bottle Night. I like how you wear whatever the hell you want. You don't care what other people think about it, because me and you, we're on the same wavelength, because you like Night Vision EDT. Me and you are two of the few, which you wear weekly, Thursdays, right? And then now you're wearing Boss Bottle Night. Is it because we talked about it in the last couple of days? You're like, ooh, I'm going to wear that. That kind of shit happens. I'm not going to take credit for it, but is that why? Is that why you're wearing that? Yeah, for sure. No, they're not used, because they have to, because like Fragrance Buy, they'll have like 95% full damage box. Like sometimes you can get those where they're returns, but they have to state if that's the case. By law, they have to state if that's the case. So I don't think so. Wanted EDP, excellent choice, because it's growing on me a little bit. It's still my least favorite of the bunch, but it's growing on me. It's not as bad as people say. I was spraying Wanted by Night and bottle just for fun. It made me wonder if your stepson has run through his bottle. I don't know. Best sleeper of the line, Absolute Instinct. The whole line's good. Man. On the been sprayed subject, could have been testing it in the factory for quality control. Yeah, but they would have had to send that one out as a tester. That one would have got a tester sticker and went out as a tester. They wouldn't have sealed that one. So again, there's laws behind that. Buying Profondo soon, wearing a Wajan. Affordable luxury. Yeah, pretty much. Ross Lynn, good to see you, sir. I do very appreciate your opinions on perfumes, man. Hope you will stay honest forever. I'm not changing anywhere anytime soon, dude. This is me. Love me or hate me. And there's people that do both. Unfortunately. Yeah, this is me. I'm not changing. I've never been more comfortable in my own skin than I have been in recent memory. I love being me. You should love yourself. I love myself very much. I enjoy my day. I love coming on here and talking fragrance with you guys and whatever else we end up talking about, which fortunately for me ends up being stuff I'm interested in most of the time, and or have some information to share about. So I appreciate you guys more than y'all could ever understand. I'm glad you come visit me all the time and come hang out with me and chat about fragrance, because it's a quirky little hobby that we have. Not everybody gets it, especially like bringing somebody over to see that behind me. They're like, people that aren't into it, you guys would come in here and be like, ooh, and want to start oh, you got this. And yeah, we're a different breed when it comes to this, but just any people that aren't into it as a hobby that have maybe 1 or 2 or even 5 fragrances. That's absurd what's behind me. And it's just growing, ever ending growing collection. But love your first name, as I mentioned prior, but I appreciate you being here, my man. Nothing's changing. Scenery may change from time to time. Presentation may change from time to time. This ain't changing from time to time. This is what it is. If y'all are still watching me when I'm 60, y'all gonna be like, you still wearing flat bills? I've made jokes for years with my wife that I'm gonna be that old dude still wearing flat bill hats. And there's still gonna be people trying to give me a hard time about it. Like they got to live my life for me. It's crazy. People are weird. Terrence, good to see you. Hope all is well. Montal Wood and Spices. That's a great fragrance. I haven't worn it in a long time, though. I say that with almost every fragrance, don't I? Because I've always got new stuff I'm checking out. My bottle of Nautica Classics, like really low. I went through a bottle of Tommy not long ago and emptied it. I'm on a 50 ml now. The bottle of Salvatore Ferragamo Aqua Cielo Blue is getting pretty low. That one's getting kind of low. What's another one that's really low? I got several that are pretty damn low. I just have to literally like walk around and look. But that's the ones that come to mind immediately. Always liked Boss Bottled Night. It's solid. Thank you for the info. My pleasure, Kathy. I'm glad you're here today. Zaharoff's incredible. I'm in love with the 3 bottles I have. And at this point, I'll just straight up buy. I've been eyeing Royal X. It's funny that you say that because that's what I'm planning on wearing tomorrow. It's exactly what I'm planning on wearing tomorrow. I haven't worn it in a little while. And when I talked about it the other day in the video, I was like, I sprayed it and I was like, damn, this is good. I want to wear this. So it's lined up for tomorrow. And yes, I promise the next day, Neo is finally getting sprayed. I promised Neo that he would get worn. No more sliding up and down the desk for him. Poor Zerzhoff Neo is getting sprayed day after tomorrow. It's the first day that's going to be like right around 70 degrees. So I'm going to spray him because he's fresher than what I'm wearing today and fresher than Royal X. Thank you for the stream. Good night, everyone. Anna, thank you so much for being here and for your patience. I apologize. We have the language barrier. Fragrance Fraternity. Shout outs to you. Makes a week my decant order has been in pre-shipment. Pre-shipment from where? You use some Montals. Arabians Tonka versus Arabians versus Queer de Arabia. That's a lot of Arabia. Arabians Tonka, I never wanted to get because of the Paris Corners version is so accurate. I have a decant of Arabians Tonka. It's so accurate. So I don't even bother getting it because I literally have a bottle that smells exactly the same to me. Paris, like I said, Paris Corner really stepped their game up the last year or so, guys. The other 2 I've never looked into, Arabians and Queer de Arabia. I haven't looked into those. I won't say no, but I won't say yes either because I've never looked into them. I got to see if they interest me to look into them, check out some note pyramids and stuff. So I'll say maybe. Arabians Tonka, no, because I have a clone that's pretty spot on. And like I said, I have the decant that I compared it to. But yeah, I don't need Arabians Tonka. Most likely, it's as you said, the pressure builds up and the bottle changes the altitude and temperature, and they can fill up in the sprayer. That's exactly what happened to me a lot when I was in Colorado. Most owned out of every house. Conversation with EQ and George was more illuminating than you may have thought. Such an eye-opener in so many ways. You're talking about the live stream amongst the 3 of us. That's about to hit 200,000 views. Me and Justin, the big one for me and Justin, that's at 301,000. It's my 2 biggest videos on this channel, those 2 live streams. I have my Latafa video that I did like 4 months ago. That's like at 111, 112,000 views or something. Got a few that have been building some pretty good steam here lately. They're the culprits for the growth. Getting all these views coming in. That's the culprits for the new subscribers. But I appreciate the feedback. I love EQ and George. They're great guys. Salt of the earth, both of them. Very different humans, both phenomenal people. Shout out to my man EQ and George Zaharoff. All right. It keeps doing that. I don't know why it keeps doing that. Uden back there getting all this. No, so it's not Uden. It's Neo. I'm in a group who likes you. Respect for your positivity in this hobby/business. What group are you in that likes me? I would like to think that you're not trolling me right now and that you're being genuine. So what group are you talking about? Respect for your positivity in this hobby and business. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. Seriously. What group are you referring to, though? I have to ask. And if it is trolling, it's a setup for me to ask. So I have to be skeptical. This community has jaded me greatly, guys. As a lot of you know, this community has jaded me. So, because I don't know you personally, sir. So who knows where this is going. Again, I want to believe it's very genuine. So we'll see. Gentleman shop rep told me they test him sometimes. I told her, then it's not new. And she said, I don't have it. Really? Really? That's disappointing to hear. See, I was thinking they were following the guidelines and laws that they have to follow. And that's awful. That's bullshit. If that's really what's going on here. That's uncalled for. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry to hear that. I stopped buying from them and stopped using my affiliate link with them when the second time they took my money on something that wasn't even in stock. And I was like, this is ridiculous. I don't like this. And it's happened to a bunch of people. But they got great prices. They usually have good inventory. You know, nothing against them personally, but I was like, that's bullshit that you advertise it as something that can be purchased and it's out of stock and you just take the money and a week and a half, 2 weeks later, I might get fragrance. So I stopped doing business with them. I stopped using the affiliate link and I stopped buying from them. So again, it's easy fixes, just like what you're telling me here. That's an easy fix. They just need to do the right thing. Sad to hear. It's very sad to hear. Variants already have pre-ordered for sure. Yeah, that's anybody that's not into it, that's what's going to happen. Hidden Gems, good to see you, my man. What's going on, Ashton? 4 sprays of Percival today, just hanging around the campus. Be a 70-year-old man in kicks and fragrances. Oh, fucking well. Preach to the choir, my man. Good to see you, sir. This is him. Looking to blind buy for free shipping. I do. I haven't worn in a long time. Spicy vanilla and amber. Kind of similar to Mercedes-Benz Club Black. It is good. If you have Club Black, they are pretty similar to one another. They're not exactly the same, but they are pretty similar to each other. Black Orchid Parfum. I never tried the Parfum. Good to see you, my man. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Little Neo made it. Exactly. See, it's doing that refresh thing again. Because on my software, I can see that it flashes white in front of me because the whole screen goes white. It's weird. Golf claps. CK, good to see you. Just got a new fragrance, and it's Latafa Assad. Is it good? I mean, if you want basically an affordable take on Sauvage Elixir, I think it's quite good. Performs really well on me. I get a subtle nuance change. There's things like iris that I don't smell, but the coffee bean that they have in there and the pineapple, I do get a little bit of. It makes it a little bit fresher and a different twist on the dark note. But it's very warm, spicy, and woodsy. Great performer. I think it's great. Make sure to hit that like button. I do have Legend Night. I haven't worn in a long time, though. Violet, a little bit of cardamom. Doesn't really smell like Mont Blanc Legend all that much. It kind of smells like its own thing. A little bit of vanilla. It doesn't get much love, but it actually, for what it is, it's designed to be an evening fragrance. It is a good dinner date kind of fragrance. It's good stuff. We'll stop debating and just go with it, my man. I don't know. I would assume he'll weigh in. Ooh, you smell incredible, sir. Blockade. I like it more than Aventus. I appreciate that. If that's the case. Like I said, I have to be skeptical. That's why I asked. You know, could be talking about the fucking echo chamber. Why beat around the bush? You know, could be. I don't know. Like I said, I like to think it's genuine. He's been around for a little while now. I love his first name, obviously. It had to grow on me. It smells like a combat. My first thoughts, the first time I sprayed it, I had a decant. It made me feel like it smelled like a combination of the original plus Profondo, like the green mandarin from Profondo and stuff. And then before you knew it, my decant was empty. And I was like, kind of jonesing for another spray. So eventually I got a bottle and now I really like it. The last 3 times I've worn an Acqua di Gio fragrance, it was that one. The time before that was Profondo, but the last 3 times I reached for the DNA, it was the Eau de Parfum. It's grown on me quite a bit. Language barrier. Hey, Kellen, good to see you. Sin of the day is nothing. No apologies necessary, man. You do what you want. You're a spry young man, you know. I heard others. How close are Dossier's clones? A lot of them are actually quite close. A lot of them. They've done really good work. I got to commend them on that. The only thing that pisses me off is those bubbles in the label. For those of you that watch the videos, I love when I get them and they didn't do that. That's great when they don't have, because they use really good fragrance oils, and they're very accurate depictions. Sometimes they make a lot of sense to just get that. Sometimes it doesn't make any sense, like a clone of Mont Blanc Legend. Why? I get Mont Blanc Legend for the same price. Yeah, yours is not as synthetic, but $30 is $30. You just get the original. That's the one that I always give an example of, like, why does this exist? But a lot of the niche clones are really good. Really good. Their versions of Polo Blue, the old version, which was the EDP clone, and the new version, which is the EDT, very accurate and perform better than the real ones. Their version of the original Armani Code EDT is my second favorite one they've ever made, because it smells like old code, and I get like 8 hours out of it. Certain ones are really good. Some of their designers are really good. Not everything's a win, but there's a lot of good that they have. Their version of Baccarat Rouge is really good too. I'm doing well, Tony. How are you? Vanilla and sawdust. Really nice calming scent. Recommend to at least try it. Yeah, it does make a difference. It does. When I was living in Colorado Springs, I was a little over 6,000 feet above sea level. It was pretty much every bottle that came in had pressure in it. Like, I literally got to the point to where I would spray and hold and tip the bottle over to where I could get to the air portion, and then I'd have to spray it clean a few and then get rid of some of the air. I learned that trick to the trade to get that pressure out of there, because if not, your first several sprays are going to leak a little. But certain bottles would leak a little bit when you spray, like a drip spray, but you get more than that because there's so much pressure was built up. Good to see. Kenneth Cole reactions. And Legend, which is the better fragrance? Depends on which version of Defy. Defy EDT is kind of like a woody Y from YEDT from YSL. The EDP is like a fresh peppered orange and leather. It's actually one of the better fresh leather accord fragrances I've smelled. Kenneth Cole Reaction, if you want longevity, it's a beautiful watermelon fragrance. Artificial watermelon, but it's like 2-hour fragrance. That's one you'll see people say the infamous 20 minutes and it's gone. That one I won't argue with people, because if I'm getting 2 hours, there probably is people getting 20 minutes. It smells great. You just got to keep it with you and spray it every hour. But yeah, both versions of Defy, because Parfum's not out there yet in the discount rack stores, and Legend's an all-time great. Of course, I hit the gym. Wednesday and Sunday are my 2 days I don't lift. Today was chest and arms, and I did abs. And I did my hour of fasted cardio on the elliptical this morning when I woke up, as per usual. Cardio 7 days a week. In the mornings fasted, and then lift 5 days a week. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday are my lifting days. Off tomorrow, just doing cardio, and then Thursday's going to be legs. Which, now that I think about it, no, I did calves yesterday. I was about to say, because I did back. It was back, hamstrings, and calves yesterday. I was about to say, did I forget calves? No, I did standing calf raise machine. Is that worth buying a tester? It's better than the original. It's a true intense flanker. So I got to shut this down in a little bit, guys, because I got my live stream with Dedrick. 26 minutes. Yeah, so we're going to have to shut this down here in just a sec, like seriously. Because I got to eat real quick before I go live with Dedrick. Could just be the rep talking out of her unit. You could say it on my chat. You can curse in my live chat, man. It's all good. People say fuck. You hear me say fuck once in a while. I try to hold back a little bit from cursing too much because I got a potty mouth. If you ever, anybody that ever hangs with me, you'll see how much I curse like a sailor. I got a potty mouth. I try not to do it in recorded content, but on live streams it's a bit more uncensored, you know. Talking fresh or warm? That matters. Moving, you want something that's going to work better in the warmer weather since we're starting to move seasons? Let me know. Blew my socks off. I'll be damned. Same perfumer, but Givenchy's better quality. So I would say Gentleman EDP is a better fragrance. Not quite the same, but I would say that it's definitely a better fragrance. I'm scared of calculating how much fragrance is worth. Oh, God, I couldn't even imagine. Just that one section over here, like the last section going up and down over there, that's got all the Raja Dove fragrances, the few Chanels. It's got the whole top shelf niche. Margellas. Just that over there is several $1,000s. Just that one section. This right here, up and down. Not the middle part, just right going to the floor because it's 5 tiers. That's thousands and thousands of dollars right there. Yeah, I can't imagine. And then this, let me get to where you can see it. I gotta get right here, maybe. Nope, it'll be better like this. So this top to bottom's niche, 5 shelves. That's definitely if Raja Parfums was over there, it'd be ridiculous how expensive that entire section would be. But I mean, there's niche in other spots, but that's specifically from top to bottom, which there's a row you can't see at the bottom. All niche brands. Some of it very expensive. There's Creeds over there and all kinds of shit. Yeah. I couldn't even imagine doing an assessment. I mean, I have insurance on everything. We did at one point. I need to update it. It's been like a year. No, it's been like 6 months since we did the insurance. Need to update it because I've gotten several hundred fragrances since. So it's called Noir d'Arabie. D''Arabie. Smells just like it. Quality's not even far, like pretty close too. From Paris Corner. I think it's Pandora Sense line, but it's Paris Corner. It's a Noir d'Arabie. Good to see you. Okay. Your thoughts on Scandal EDT and its dupes? Are you talking about Jean-Paul Gaultier Scandal EDT? Are you here in the States? Because if you are, I would say just get Scandal. Because it's like $70. You can get a 50 ml for like 50, 55, something like that, $60. I would say just get Scandal. I haven't tried any of the clones. And I haven't smelled Scandal in a couple of years. I smelled the Le Parfum last year. I have a decanter around here somewhere. Has that caramel sweetness to it and everything. It's nice. It just never compelled me to get a bottle. Same reason I haven't gotten any of the clones, because like I don't feel I need it. Mega Menace. I love it. How are you? I love it. Mega Menace. Hot damn, what a creative name. NCW Omega. Joma Shop sent me a wrong fragrance a while back, and they wouldn't let me send it back for free. Had to pay $15 to send it back, which was ridiculous. That is ridiculous. Man, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear about these bad experiences. Makes me feel good about my decision. Yeah, I'm about to shut it down too, man. I have to. Like I said, I wanted to believe it was genuine, and it's nothing against you. It's there's certain parts of this community have really jaded me, and I try to keep the faith in people. I try my best to keep the faith in people, but I'm a public figure on the internet and get a lot of shit flung at me like I'm at a zoo. Okay, so I get a lot of shit flung at me. So I just have to check. I mean it very seriously. We also share love for the Mancera Red Tobacco, but I didn't have a chance to buy Red Tobacco Intense that you like more than the OG. Very much. And I appreciate you, Ross. Thank you for clarifying that for me. That's why I wanted to ask, because I wanted to give you the benefit of the doubt, because you've seen very genuine in our interactions in previous streams. But when you said that, a flag went up, and I was like, wait a second. Has he just been buttering me up to troll me at some point? I hate that I had to ask, but I had to ask just to make sure. But again, love your first name, and I appreciate you elaborating for me. My apologies, greatly. My apologies. Thank you, sir. And if you like the original, there's no guarantee you like the Intense more than the original, but I do. The original's a classic, a modern classic, I think, but the Intense is just superior. They refined it, is how I view it. They refined it. Then they named it incorrectly. It shouldn't be Intense Red Tobacco. It should be named something else, because it's a refinement, not an intensification. But thank you. Thank you for letting me know. Yeah, you have to account for pressure. 6,000 feet. So yeah, you live with it every day. Every time you get something. Ooh, smelling like Tigar. Hell yeah. Yeah, their version of Baccarat Rouge is pretty good. So I want to get Blue Talisman. I definitely want to get that. Hachivat. Oof. I mean, it might work out fine. I'm sure it's not every single order. Real happy you love it. Like I said before, it's my favorite. Number 2. Their Bleu de Chanel's good. Their version of Jazz Club's really good. Their version of Y, really good. Their YEDT and their YEDP, they made both. What else is really good from them? They got a Joe Malone that's really good. I'm trying to remember which one it was. Was it Sea Salt and Fig? I don't remember. There was a Joe Malone one that I was like, ooh, this is great. Wondering which prediction for... So I'm thinking it's going to be say maybe aromatic sweet like Legend with lavender. I think it's going to be clearly soapy. Lavender and black soap is what they're listing. I don't think it's going to be as soapy as that seems. I think it's going to be warmer and woodsier with a little bit of a soapy feel plus the original's DNA. That's what I think is going to happen. I think it's going to be warm and woodsy though. Oh, now we're talking. Like a Boss, Sitting Sideways, or I Can Do That. Oh, you didn't even pick their best songs. I'm going to go with Like a Boss because of that. It's hard to pick that over Sitting Sideways. But see, both versions of I Could Do That are a moment in time. I love Lil Flip. By the way, since those of you that know the acronym TLTG, the legendary Team Gates, where do you think the Gates comes from? So you apparently like Lil Flip. Remember what he used to call himself? Flip Gates. That's where that comes from. There's a whole backstory if you want to watch my Review the Reviewer episode on the Zaharoff channel from years ago, where I give the full story on where it started to how it got to TLTG. But that's part of my nickname that formed into that from there. Me and my cousin were big into Lil Flip for a long, long time. Love Paul Wall and Slim Thug and Lil Flip. But both versions of I Could Do That, I don't want to say they haven't aged well because they're still on my playlists. Not my workout playlist, on my like songs playlist and my H-Town. I have an H-Town playlist too. All 3 of those songs are on it, by the way, and both versions I Can Do That. But they don't hold up the same way Like a Boss and Sitting Sideways do. Making sense more than words. So I got to get close to the bottom because I got to shut this down. Yeah, that's exactly right. In 18 minutes, guys, I got to shut this down. New here in the chat. I like the content and personality. Sin of the day, Hugo Boss of Boss in Motion. An old love I found, again, simple, but I love the aromatic orange. Well, welcome to the channel, first and foremost. I'm glad you're able to hang out with us here in the chat. Unfortunately, I got to shut it down here in a little bit. But I'm glad you're able to make it. We will be back again on Thursday. I'm not sure what the topic will be. Friday, I think we're just going to do a random just chat for an hour and a half or whatever, just us doing this. Because the topic we got through pretty quickly when it came to the new Scent Journey fragrance and the 6 new bottles, the new bottle styles, I guess you could say, from Authenticity Perfumes. So let me put that right there. So let me find a decent stopping point. So I actually haven't been using Total War because I typically use Redcon 1 products, but I have some EAAs. So I don't even do a pre-workout. I have an intra-workout, something I drink during my workout with a liter of water. It's a scoop of creatine monohydrate, which is 5 grams. I use Big Noise, the non-stimulant pump formula from Redcon 1. And then I don't even remember the brand, but it's cherry icy flavor. And it's EAAs plus L-ornithine, L-arginine, some L-glutamine. It's essential aminos and everything. And I got Tiger's Blood's the flavor for Big Noise, and then cherry icy is the essential aminos. So they mix really well. It's red fruits mixing together, basically. That's what I drink every day for my workout on lifting days. I don't drink anything pre anymore. Now, in the mornings for fasted cardio, I have a liter of water with 15 milligrams of yohimbe, 500 milligrams of L-tyrosine, which is just one pill, and 200 milligrams of caffeine, just one caffeine pill. So it's 6 yohimbes because they're 2.5 milligrams per. Yohimbe HCI, herbal supplement, obviously. And that's my little concoction I drank 20 minutes before I go get on the treadmill in the morning with a liter of water. So that's pretty much it. But when I was drinking pre-workout, I've been through so many containers of Redcon 1 Total War you wouldn't even believe. I'm a Redcon 1 guy. I'm affiliated with Redcon 1. I use Redcon 1 Isotope is my whey protein that I use. What else? I love their MRE bars. Their energy drinks are great. I just don't get around that vitamin shop enough to buy them. Because Freedom Frost is phenomenal. If you want to try one of those, Freedom Frost is great. When they first launched, I had 2 cases of those. That's pretty much it. Like my creatines from Redcon 1, my BCAAs plus caffeine that I drink on occasion, those are Redcon 1. I had their EAAs, but I ran out, so I just went run to Vitamin Shop, and they didn't have Redcon 1 EAAs in there, so I just picked a cool flavor. This is what happened. So, all right, scrolling to the bottom. Sorry, I got to skip ahead like this, guys. I really apologize. Big strides, physical, that's cool. Muscles, tattoos, piercings, what next? So the piercings are old. I did these years ago. Like I was explaining to everybody earlier, I had 2 more. Not just these 2. I had 2 more here. Actually, I had 3 because I had 5 in this ear. I had 5 earrings in this ear. I had 3 in this ear. I had a labret, tongue ring, and eyebrow, which I don't know if the camera's picking up because I got to turn my head, but you can see where the hole was. You can sure see where the hole was. Labret's been long closed up. I can still put a tongue ring in. I used to have a 10 gauge in there. I can put a 14 gauge in there right now. Not interested. Fuck my teeth up. Don't get a tongue ring. Don't get a tongue ring. So bad idea. Sounds cool to certain people, I guess. Not everybody's going to think it's cool to have a tongue ring, but I come from the era when piercings took over for a long time when I was a teenager. I had them for years and years. So, all right, scrolling down. I apologize. I got to get to the bottom. So yeah, I got to. Damn thing crashed, right? Y'all didn't see it, but I put my head down. Son of a bitch. So I got to stop right here. I'm going to catch the last 2 right at the end. But Noel said, when you smelled it for the first time, you get reminded of Burlington 1819. No, I did not. Grapefruit is what reminded me of it. It smells like a much spicier kind of twist on Bleu de Chanel. A lot of people relate it to Bleu de Chanel, and I get it. Even though it doesn't smell exactly like Bleu de Chanel, I get where people are coming from. Tigar is kind of similar to it, but Tigar's better. And Tarathi Blue, good stuff, but Tigar is far superior to all of its clones, in my opinion. But by the way, love the cap, don't know the team, but love the color. Yeah, this is the Atlanta Braves, Major League Baseball. Glad that I had the patience to wait 14 days to text. It's all worth it. Good people in here. Well, I appreciate that. I do that for the experience, basically. It's to keep a lot of the trolling down. Now, look, on occasion, they will wait 14 days so they can come say something stupid and just get blocked. I've got some really good moderators here that stay on top of it. But yeah, that's basically what it comes down to. That's for a reason, to keep the BS down so we can just have a conversation, me and you guys, and just do our thing and have our own little community in here. So welcome. I appreciate you. Good night to you as well, Ross, and see you in the next one. Yeah, because I got to go 12 minutes. I'm going to be live on the Sports Desk Live. The Sports Desk Live. Go check it out. Any of you interested in talking wrestling with me and Dedrick? The Sports Desk Live. So y'all have a good one. Catch you on the next one.